So we'll be doing part 4. And why do I do resume redrafting while some more important things might be going on? See, all of us have some kind of aspiration for our betterment. No, it is a promotion for many of the people. 99% of people think that it is only the promotion which can bring your 3x thing. Somebody else needs to promote you for your 3x level. But when you search for a job, nobody else helps you, right? It is you only who prove your mettle to get into a new job. Do you agree with me? So who helps you then? It is your resume, right? So it is your resume which helps you to get a job which might be 3 level up. Why would you like to have a job which is not at least 3 level up? What would you do with having the same level of job what you are right now having? I agree that you might be looking for better environment. You might be looking for other issues which you are facing right now. But that is another story I'll be dealing with in another episode of mine. हो सकता है कि your story at workplace might repeat wherever you go. Because unless you change, the world doesn't change. So what are those aspects which you are waiting to change? Let me put a reminder into people's this thing. Into the group so that people know that I have started. So yes, I have just put the message and sorry for the interruption. So that has been my realization, and 20% of what we do shapes 80% of our career. You agree with that? Consistently do 20% of what you should do. You should have that conviction within yourself that whatever you are doing is going to affect, impact, and bring result to your organization and to yourself also. 80%, fourfold. Are you convinced about that? If you are, then how do you convince yourself to believe in yourself? The first thing is the strength analysis, and the elaborate strength analysis will give you some hints. It will not work with your resume. So the first thing you should shape up is your resume. There, it will give you fair ideas about what you have been doing. See, simple words, simple acts, whatever you are doing, right? That is required for that profile, and that profile is important for your organization. You are not doing by your choice, right? So what is your proficiency level in doing whatever you are doing? So people might be in Facebook. If you have joined, then I can't see you, but just put some attention towards it. And let us start with my CV part 4. So today is we are doing with my CV, and I am designing it into a strategic level. Right now, I am in the mid senior level, you can say, and I want to go to the senior level, to the CEO or CXO level. How about that? That is, of course, not 3 level up, but in some organizations that will be 3 level up. So whatever level up, I'll be very happy at the CXO level. That has been my dream since long. That level also emphasizes that I become a consultant, which is sector agnostic. No matter where I go, I can play that strategic role, because at the top level, people deal with people. So I am good at dealing with people. So if you are at a very junior level, dealing with people, just know that you can become to the to be eligible for the top level at any moment. So be prepared for that. It is just you who needs to be convinced. So I am convinced. I know, no matter people give me promotion or not, no matter people acknowledge my contribution or not, they cannot do without my contribution, because it brings fresh air into the system. They can work on it, manipulate on it, maneuver it, leverage it, and get a better idea. But in the first place, I am the person who brings in the new innovative idea. I'm very proud of that. So let us get back to my thing without much ado. So let me check. Somebody is in my Facebook asking me something. Let me see what this person is asking. Is there a question? If there is a question, Anirudh, you have your email ID, right? You have your email ID in my list. If so, then you can. Are you in my group also? There I have posted this link, so you can join. I cannot see you, by the way. Let me see. Let me check whether I can see you. If you are asking something, no, I cannot see anything. So let us get back to my resume. Where is it? So here we had stopped. I have copied my resume to here. So I have copied all the skills that I have, and that is how I have taken. So now it is experience. Let me take the experiences from my previous resume to here. So one should start with the present thing. So it is work history out here. There it is experience. Should I say experience, work history, and May 20 to 7? Let me copy this many things out there. So the first draft, where you actually describe everything, can be your background paper. So somewhere you need to write. Unless you start with your resume, you will not be motivated enough, because this is a format. You will not be motivated enough to write all the things that you do. So that is why I start with the resume and I make it different versions. So you can see it is Sangeeta resume, June 2023, and the The next one that I am working on, if you can see, that is V2, right? So this is the earlier version, and then I'll go on saving these versions, these elaborate versions. Ultimately, I will make it into a very crisp 2 or 3 pages. Here, why I have transitioned from here is this format consumes a lot of space. Empty spaces are there. Empty spaces are required, but those should be strategic. So my profile right now is that of a vice president. So I'll make it. I already had made into this objective thing. I'll write it as work history, right? So here it says dates from to. So I'll make it May 2017 to till present. And job title is Vice President Sagar, right? And my experience comes here. Then the next is, so we are now transferring from the older version to this version, right? So this will be April 2016 to January 2017 and senior manager. So I'll take this. I changed several position in the same company. So let me take it into V2, and this will be here. First, let me change this here, and this will be May 2016 to January. Why should I say January? Let me see. April 2017. Job title is Project Program Manager. Company is Basics. So this is done. Then this is the same format I need to copy because there is not enough. Next is we are right now copying something, right? So not to worry about the formats because that needs reorientation again. So then May 2015 to April 2016. It is HR head basics. Let me copy whatever is there inside that. And people will wonder why I have done this thing, that thing so many times. Well, because I could do many things at the same time. That is why people thought that they can utilize my talents to do several things. And they are right. Wherever they have put me, and anything that was challenging, That is where this is, let me see, because I don't remember the exact. So this will be November 2011 to March 2015. November 2011 to March 2015. Program Manager Basics. So this is another another area, because I have worked in 16 states. So that is, and I was managing several things as managers, multiple things. That is why I call myself as program, because while managing program, I also was managing the strategic reporting that time. So I take this and I post it in the V2. Again, September 2010, 2010 to October 2011. October 2011. This is Manager Strategic Initiative Basics, right? I spent a lot of time in basics, gathering invaluable experience. And you will wonder, why did I leave basics then if I am in love with basics? I left because there was nothing else to do there, because I have explored so many things and I needed to come to Delhi. No, I needed to have a different kind of experience at being Delhi, because I have spent about since 2003 to 2017, I have spent all those years working in the ground level, executing exquisite projects. But that doesn't mean that I should have continued there. I understand that it was grand, my experiences were grand, but I needed to do something else also. That is why I was shifted as HR head. But again, if you are not able to do something for the people as HR head, and your ideas, because I was very close to the ground and I knew people, they are working hard. They are the basics of whatever achievement we do. But when it came to incentive and promotion and other things, these ground level people get very little. So I designed a 40 kinds of incentive pattern for this ground level people, which was not accepted. And so I didn't find any reason to continue as HR head. So I again got back to the field, and I knew that this will be repeated because problems are not going to end, but there has to be a pattern found. And if that pattern is there, then it needs to be scaled up. It has to be told to the entire world. So that is what I'm doing right now, right? Strategy and MIS manager. So if I am not able to teach this via workshops and webinars and through classroom training, then why not share this with YouTube channel? This will be my way of spreading people. This will be free, but after some time, once I monetize my YouTube channel, I'll reserve some a part of it to exclusively for paid channel. I'll find out a way as to how people will get high value after subscribing to my channel, and they will get this. This will be my lead magnet. You will you will get a lot of value out here if you go through my channels, and whatever questions you will ask, this will be answered. But again, yeah, I'll find out how to make this a very interesting kind of thing. Let me experiment a lot. Something is not happening, you know why it doesn't happen? Because you need to discover something. Until you discover that thing, the way you are following will not bring you any fruit. I am that blessed kind of person. So I am waiting here very patiently. I'll not follow. I'm not supposed to follow anybody here. So these are my ways to do things this way. September 2008 to September 2000 to August 2010. So this was in Meghalaya. I did this. Let me again copy. And this is a huge, like say, it's a very long career. So whatever way you think that you should design your resume, you will get here, because it is a varied kind of experience, right? So here it was manager strategic initiative, and let me see what else is written out there. Strategy and MIS manager. Let me change my designation. Strategy and MIS manager. Then this is January 2008. This was a short stint wherein I tried to understand if I can fit into being a researcher again. Because before this, also, I had been a researcher and I didn't like being there. So what I'll do is, I'll copy this. here. Performance manager, social performance. This is one part of it. Let me get here. And this is another part of it. Again, this is what I'm copying from an old CV to another CV so as I would save space. And it was 8 pages, nearly 8 pages out there. Here I am nearly finishing. Let me see if I can finish in another 2 pages. Even if it becomes great, then also what I can do is I'll still shorten my thing to December 2007. Project manager. It will be very interesting, you know. Here because I was handling 2 projects, it cannot be a project manager, right? It has to be a program manager. So yes, I was managing 3 projects in a sense. So I'll again call myself program manager. Now, what is the difference between a project and a program? That you might be wondering. See, project is just one project, right? And program is multiple of projects integrated into a theme. That is what a program is. A holistic development of an area is a program, right? It cannot be a project. So when you work in health, you work in saving, you work in livelihood enhancement, you work in cooperatives, you work in empowering people. These are all aspects of one particular thing, holistic development of an area. This is an area approach. So when that happens, it becomes a program management portfolio. So here I did this, then I'll copy this to another area, and that will be January 2003 to April 2005. It was very interesting kind of portfolio that I had. It is gender institutional manager. So Gender, institutional manager, Agravan. Just a minute. Are you able to hear me? So this becomes this becomes a project. So now, I go back here, copy here, put this thing. See, we will use also the chat GPT to formulate the best option and the most crisper option that we can have for this kind of portfolio. It is already 5 pages. It doesn't matter because we have saved a lot in this thing. So this should be the January 1991 to December 2002. I was senior programmer. SC Nielsen RG Mark Social Research. So be very careful. Here I made a mistake. This thing, no issue, I have rectified. Now let me copy what I did here. I actually did more than 12 projects every year. It was 12 projects during those 12 years that I had been there. Let me write it here. But mostly I did data analysis and I learned skills like SPSS out there. And data analysis, data design, data management, data cleansing, everything. And now the last one is, I also was a software developer. That is how I started my career. How interesting is that? Do you think that was very interesting? Because of my software background, I can understand a lot about the software. Anyways, it is not there. I haven't captured that. So what I'll do is, whatever I have done out there, anyways, let go. I will not capture that one. Although I had worked for 1 year in teaching engineering students mathematics, and also I was a software developer. Should I write there? It was a part-time assignment. So should I or should I not? Let me write it down. Corporate trainer and engineering mathematics. Now, how is this thing? Let me take like this only, because this is very tedious thing to write it in another way. Let me put it that way. Why it came like just two? It has come. Let me see if the skills I should mention again. I should write more about the recognition, right? Rather than skills, I should write like recognition. So some of them are here. Four times. Four times chairman award winner in physics. What else should I write? There are lot many. 2 times SC winner in the magazine competition success review. literary secretary and the student body Sambalpur Women's College, Sambalpur University during 1982-83. That much will do. Passions. Passions are, I have very peculiar passions. Garden and recycling old clothes. Those are my passions. Right now, I do a art journaling also. I call that as visualization. That can be called a visualization. Okay. Now these are the skills. Should I or should I not? I can actually, what I can do is, let me save this first. These are the keywords, right? These keywords can be used in the CV that I have just compiled. It again has become 7 pages. So it has to be reduced to 2-3 pages. How do you do this? That one can do always in another session maybe. So thank you for watching, and we will do this tomorrow. And thank you so much. If you have any question, then you can put, because this is going live streaming and Facebook. If you have some questions regarding how to draft your resume, you can put those questions and it will go to, it is not a very easy job, right? And if you want to do it, it doesn't happen in a day. If you are going to do it in a three level up thing. So be patient with yourself. It is only you, your things only. And if you don't sit down with your resume from time to time, everything that you do, whatever I have done and whatever I am doing since last 7 months, it is not yet in the CV. Now, uh, how do you design your CV so that you include everything? That means what? Every quarter you need to sit down with your CV and update it. Update in a very relevant way so that it becomes at least every quarter, mind you, I am telling about every quarter, it needs to be going to the next level. That is how you plan your work also. That should be in your mind when you are planning your work, your month, whatever you are doing. You cannot afford to waste a single day. If you want to retain your relevance and also get recognized. Thank you for watching today. We'll resume it tomorrow. Thank you.